Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I am Nate, and this is Peach Domino Papercraft. And today we are on day 4 of Junetober, and we are still working with the beautiful kit from Petals and Parchment. Yesterday we added some pockets to our signature. Today we are going to put some tags in those pockets. And we are going to start with the tags that come with the kit. Did I say tags? I did say tags. These are not tags. These are journal cards. One of these is a tag. Hang on. I wasn't thinking. I got the wrong package out. Anyway, that's a tag. And there's some other tags, I believe, with the kit. But there's also these, which I usually put aside in a bag by themselves and call bookmarks. And they are bookmarks, but they are also tags. Tags can be any shape, any size. Generally they have a hole in the top, such as this. But they don't always. This could be a tag. It doesn't have a hole in the top, but it could absolutely be a tag. So we're going to start with these tags, and today I'm just making basic stuff. I will do all my decorating the day before I will do all my decorating on the 7th day of each kit, and then that way we can do a final flip through after we do the decorating. So we've got these few tags here, and let's go ahead and put them in some pockets. We have these right here, and I'm going to put one in this and one in this one. Now these aren't very sturdy because they're all printed on the same page. If you wanted to make them more sturdy, you could. You just grab another sheet. Let's do this one. Yeah. Grab another sheet, and you can take, for this you can use your glue stick. I know I said yesterday they almost never work, and that is still true. But in this case, it will work. And you just go through and make sure every inch of it is covered, especially if you're using glue stick. Now, if you're using wet glue, you just need to get the edges and some in the middle, and it'll stick just fine. Glue stick is finicky, so I make sure everything's good and covered, like that. And I use the purple one so that I know if a spot's not purple, it hasn't been gotten yet. And we're just going to line it up wherever we want to try to get the pattern right on the other side. And we're going to burnish it down. Especially with a glue stick, you go back with something and burnish it down. I don't care if it's a bone folder, the edge of your scissors, what it is. And you see, we squished out on the side here. That's okay. That just means you got enough glue in that area. But you get it good and burnished down. And then you can cut it if you can find your scissors, which you would think I would, because I'm filming these in as few days as possible. I just had them for the last video, but here we are. Without scissors. You can use your paper cutter for this if you want. I'm using scissors because I don't want to have to clean my paper cutter of wet school glue. And I keep mentioning the fact that it's school glue because I'm in a group, and I saw yesterday someone was asking why nobody uses Elmer's. Lots of reasons why nobody uses Elmer's. Elmer's is great if you do it right. But Elmer's is not a permanent adhesive. Most water washable glues are not a permanent adhesive. And the more water soluble it is, because let's face it, not all water solubles are the same. The more water soluble it is, which Elmer's is super soluble, you can wash it off in cold water, hot water, quickly and easily, and that's because it is made for school children. But because of that, too much humidity and it stops sticking. It loses its stick over time. It's not, I guess technically all water soluble glues are not archival quality, but it won't last nearly as long as some of the others. I still use it, especially in my own personal things. I'm not as worried about, or if I'm testing something to see if I like it, or making a prototype or something like that, I will use Elmer's. But you see how this curled up real well? It's because there's a lot of water in the glue, which is why it's more water soluble than other water solubles, because there's already a lot of water in it. It's just the way it is. I know, it's horrible, but it is. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this one in there too. No, I'm not. Matches too well. We're going to turn the page. It won't go there. This will be nice in here. I'm trying to find a place to put this other tag. If I don't find one, I'll have to make one. Oh, here's one. We'll put it right there. Okay. Now we've got a bunch of pages that still need tags, or a bunch of pockets that still need tags, right? And some of these pockets I have put tags in need more tags. And yes, we're going to make journal cards later. But for now, let's make some more tags. And let's start with the scraps. Because why not? Here is one that just easily can become, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my corners on it, because I'm going to glue it down on something, but I want to make it easy to cut the corners on whatever I glue it down on, because sometimes my corner punch doesn't always want to cut through super thick layers. Okay, and I am going to put a hole in it, line it up as best as you can, put it there. Okay, I love the way that looks. That is just awesome for a tag, right? And it'll fit really nicely in here, but I do want to back it. Now you can back it with another one of these cardstock pages if you want. You can back it with some coffee dyed paper if you want. I am going to use this old worksheet, columnar pad worksheet that I got from Goodwill. It was just a really lucky find, and it was not $3.50, but I got 3 of them for like $1 a piece, I think. They're not all the same age. Some are older, some are younger. I think I'm going to use it over here. And I'm just going to take my glue stick again. Make sure you don't set this down inside, on top of your other glue stick, because you don't want the front to stick to this paper, because then you'll have to tear it off and it'll just be a pain, and you don't want to do all that. Now this columnar pad, you know that columnar pads are not super thick. I'm going to go ahead and get right there, get the brand name in there. Columnar pads are just a little thicker than a regular sheet of paper. That's okay, because this tag's it's not super thick. I don't use super thick cardstock, but it's not horrible either. And I'm just gonna clip this out here. Whoa. Sorry, I got excited because my camera's filming sideways instead of up and down. Don't ask. It's very confusing to me sometimes. Usually, because I have a Z fold, and that's one of those that flips open. And usually I have to open it up and turn it sideways, but I can't open it up because my screen stopped working in the middle. And yeah, that's okay. I mean, I can still use it like profile orientation like a normal phone. Just sometimes I have a hard time getting it to turn sideways to film videos. Portrait orientation is not the best for filming videos. I make it work somehow, but I don't know. Cameras are weird. Okay, I got that one right there. We'll put that in there. See, even this could be a tag. Yes, actually. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead. I know it's a triangle, but I'm gonna round the corner anyway. And to do that, I'm gonna put it in my corner rounder with this edge up against the side. I don't know if you can see that. You have the little side piece there. Just gonna line that up like that, and it rounds that corner off a little bit. Same with this one on the other side. And then this one like a normal corner. And then I'm going to take my hole punch, figure out how to get my paper in it, and just poke it in. And I want something a little stronger than this columnar pad. Let's see what I've got in my pack of papers over here that might be nice. Something a little thicker cardstock. No, I don't like that one with it at all. Let's keep going. What else you got in here? Paper wizard. I want it to match. That's green. That won't work. Like, I could do solid black on the back, but that, no. No, I don't want to do that. And this one's thin. I don't want to do that either. I could do coffee dyed paper, which also is not thick, so not exactly what I want to use. What about... Well, I guess I could use the pattern paper. I'm trying to not shy away from pattern paper, but I'm trying to give some writing space on the backs of these. So, let me see. This one has a good mix of purples. What's in here? Okay, this one has some good purples in it. I like this one. Let's see if we can find that one. Is that it? Does that look good? Y'all like that? Here's this one. No, I can hear you. I can hear you. I hear you. This kind of I don't know, brownish plum. That's it. That's what I said. All right. Nope. Don't ask any more questions because I ain't got no clue. Okay, so we're gonna get our glue stick and our totally functional and not completely 100% sticky glue paper, and we're gonna throw on that purple glue. I like using glue stick for things like the big planes of existence here. And we're just going to put it in a corner. Cut that triangle out. Ooh, I like it even better this way. Yes, and then I'm going to round this. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it that way. Just like that. Take this. Punch that hole. Look at that tag. I like that tag. I don't care if y'all do or not. I do. And that's what's important. It's my book. It's my book and I want it now. This one's going to be a little big for this. So, actually, what if we kind of... No. It's too big for that one. I know, I tried. We can put it in here. No. No, because I already got this right here. Put it... Where's my stacked pocket? Does it fit in the stacks? I did it like a ruler after I was done and popped these open like I should have. Generally, if you're gluing without a buffer, then you should probably take your ruler and kind of pop these open, give them a little, don't peel them up. Don't do what I just did. Just give them a little pop space so that you can get stuff in it. Because the further away from the page you get, the stiffer it gets and the harder it is to slide things in. As so. Well, that's not really going to fit much either. How about that? What about that? What do you think? Does that work? That works. Okay, what's next? This could be a tag, but it's very small. I don't want to do that. Let's take this one, and I'm going to show you a trick that I learned. This is going to be, we're just going to do it as is. Take your scissors, okay? Take any angle you want. Cut it off. Doesn't matter. Take that angle that you cut off, flip it over, and line it up on the other side. Okay, just like that. And cut it off again. And now your tag should be even. Should be. Mine does not look it, does it? But that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take some more off the top. Makes it a little prettier that way anyway. And I'm going to go back over to my zigzag pocket for this one. And just slide this one in here. Okay. Now I need something in here. So we want something small and square. Okay. Small and square-ish. Hold on just a second. I got one more tool to pull out. Well, no. I'm trying to do this without tools so you can kind of see what you can do. We're going to... How are we going to do this? Aha! We're going to do our bucket trick. We're going to take this bucket and we're start at the bottom so that we have it rounded here. Take my pencil. I'm just going to trace around. Okay. Now we have our top, but I also want to give it some hips. Now in order to do that, I'm going to take a piece, just a strip of scrap, there, that one, and put it down here, so I leave my top part alone, right? And then take another strip of scrap and put it wherever I want it, and that makes sure that anything under these scraps is not getting touched. Okay? Then I'm going to take my bucket again and put it kind of on top of both scraps, just barely on this scrap. Well, wherever you want to put it is fine. And I'm going to give it another trace right there. No, I don't like that. So we're going to give it a better trace right here. And put an X where you just traced. That way you know that piece gets cut off. And if it doesn't go all the way, then just fill it in. Okay? Now to make sure it works on the bottom too, you're gonna line that up across the bottom, and that's as far down as you're gonna go. So you're gonna put this here so that you line up kind of between both angles here and trace it. Nope, we missed. Oh, and I ruined it. Ah, that's okay. We'll make it work. Put an X right there. So, first part we're going to do is we're going to cut our main circle. That's all going away. Okay, and there's our top bit. And then we're going to come here and cut at an angle or circular, however you want to do it. And we're going to follow our line to give us another. Maybe don't do it this way. I don't know. This might not be right, but we're doing it. We're here. We're doing it. Where'd I cut that? Okay. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. At all. But it's good enough for my taste. And I'm going to take a lighter shade of purple. Do I have a lighter shade of purple? I can't tell. I might not. Actually. Yes, I do. I have this one. A lighter shade of purple. And we're going to throw this on this. Ignore the fact that it looks so bad, y'all. Y'all. Just, y'all. This is why I buy tools for this. Give me a second. I'll pull out the tool and I'll show you how that works. And you'll see why I buy tools for this. Stand up. Put that on there. I am not. This is horrible. Don't look, Ethel. It's too late. She'd already been moved. Squirrel. Now I'm singing. I'm sorry, y'all. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Got a little Ray Stevens going on in my head right now. Y'all heard of Ray Stevens? I know if you're younger, you probably haven't. But I grew up with Ray Stevens music. That was something me and my granddad agreed on, music-wise. I like most of his music. You know, he likes Hank Williams, he was the first. He likes, Count Basie, Glenn Miller, those kinds of things. Nothing wrong with any of those. I like those too. But there's some, of his that I just don't care for. Don't ask me which, because I couldn't tell you. But then he hated all of my music. He doesn't like drums. He doesn't think they should take over anything. I wanted to play drums in the middle school band, and I had a chance to, and he said no. I was very upset about that. All right, give me a second. I'm going to go get my tag tool. Okay, I have my tag tool. Does up to 2.5 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We are going to make it 2.5 inches. 2.5. There we go. Cut it. And then we'll get that out of the way. And now the magic of tools. Just put it all the way in there. Line it up. See, I don't know, it takes a little bit more than 2.5 inches, but get it in there, we line it up. Press the button. And voila. Tag it. Now, it does leave you with some spares here. That's okay. That's okay. Get the bucket out of the way. Try to keep your area cleaner than I do. It'll save you some time and trouble. See, you've still got this spot right here. You can tuck you a tag up in there. Now we've got this little spot right here that needs something. We can make a tag out of this. Let's first make sure it fits. It does. I'm going to use my tag maker and show you that it does multiple sizes. Even if it's not quite sized right, you can kind of center it a little bit. Hold it in. And it will make you a tag. Just like that. Still leaving its little bits everywhere. I feel like that needs something else. We'll put a journal card in there when we get to those. Past Armand. That's his new name. I don't know what his name really is, but now it's Armand. Okay, so remember when I said I really like this? I do. Love it. So this is plenty big enough. We are going to cut this. This would make a wonderful journal card, but I'll show you how to make a giant tag. This is way too big. So we're going to cut some off the bottom. Nope, the top. Sorry. Wasn't thinking, was I? That'll be good. Good. So, again, it's just a matter of deciding where you want it. Taking a triangle. Flipping that triangle over. Lining it up. And cutting it out. This giant tag has a secret, or at least it will have in a minute. This giant tag is about to get a makeover. We're going to take this piece of paper. You should probably measure for this. I am not going to today. Ow. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. This time it was with my head. I try to fold it so that it's a little behind it because I don't want it to show. Okay, and then take this again a little behind it so it doesn't show, which is perfect. Now you can make this infinitely bigger by just continuing to fold and glue. I'm just going to do these couple of pieces right here. Okay, we're going to line it up at the bottom just a little bit so the tag is just a little bit over. And then we're going to get our scissors and cut here. Here. And here. And then make sure everything's good. Keep just a little inside. You can always cut a little more off the bottom if you need, which in this case I need. We'll just go right about here. Cut that across. Okay. Just about perfect. Okay, and I am going to just take this, fold about that much in. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Okay. Perfect. We're going to put some glue right here along this strip. Try to get your edges and some in the middle. Okay, and we're going to line this up just like that, barely inside, and glue it down. Make sure the other side lines up pretty well. And there you go. You have your tag with fold out writing space. Okay, now it's pretty big, but we do have a spot for it, remember? On the other side of our monk. Uh-oh. Did we mess up? Did we? Nope, we got it in. If you wanted to shore it up a little bit by putting some cardstock on the back, it wouldn't hurt when your tolerances are this tight. Let's see what else we got. We got this little pocket here. Let's make another little tag. Let's make this one into a tag. I like this middle one. So we're going to cut there. Go ahead and cut here. And I am going to shove it in the hole of my machine. Cut it out. Put it in. We'll add a journal card to go with it when it's time. We have these more, so let's see what else we've got that we can make some out of. I could use you. Just chop it off a bit. Yep. And then round your edges as you do. Not perfect, not a problem. I am going to back it though because it is a little bit on the flimsy side, so we're going to get our glue stick, chop it up, throw on a little glue, A lot of glue, all the glue, almost out of glue stick, which would be fine with me. I probably won't buy anymore. I like them. Don't get me wrong, they make great filler area. Filler area? You know what I'm talking about. They fill an area quickly. But the drawbacks are just hard to overcome. I use glue stick a lot for my 3D printer, but I'm learning now that there's probably a different way to do that. So if I can get it to where I don't use it for my 3D printer, I probably won't ever have a glue stick in my house again. You know, till my niece and nephew come over, my baby niece and nephew. Or my baby nephews. Or anybody else's kids. I'm gonna have to have some glue sticks in the house. I don't know why I thought I could get away from them. It's okay. I'll have a little kid's art set that I can just, you know, pull out and put back together when they leave. Because they won't keep it tidy, and that's fine. Because they're kids. They don't have to keep it tidy. No matter what the parents say. They're at Uncle Nate's house now. Ha ha ha. Where we eat popsicles all day and send them back home. Just like a grandma would do. I think we're going to leave the rest of that for cards. Okay? So, today I showed you a few different ways to make a tag. I'll do another video at another time with some more different tags. And there will be other tag videos in the Junetober series for me. Because all of my signatures are going to need some, right? But for right now, this is what we've done. And we will... I missed a bucket. I'll put a card in. We will come back tomorrow and do some journal cards. Alright? Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Really does help the channel a whole lot. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.